Merry Christmas everybody and welcome to this year's Christmas special. Christmas for most people means stuffing your face into oblivion and then going home 7 pounds heavier than you were before. But not for us, because I have a plan and today I am sharing the plan with you. I am going back to my family during Christmas time, and since I don't want to come home fatter than I was before, I had to come up with something. And these are going to be tips you can also apply, because you're not gonna bring your dry ass chicken in your Tupperware because it's Christmas and I forbid it, okay? Enjoy yourself for once. My first tip is to think in meals and only eat meals. The problem with the foods during Christmas is that you don't know how much you're eating because you cannot quantify the food that you're eating, but with meals, you can. You probably know how many meals you're eating during a regular day, and for example, I eat 4. So during the holiday times, I'm also going to be eating 4 meals a day and nothing in between. No snacking. These are going to be your greatest enemy, but you can still eat them, but only as a meal. You cannot just take one every single time you walk by. My second tip is to focus on maintenance. No cutting, no bulking. The worst thing you can think is that, okay, I'm bulking right now, so I can eat all of this food and it's going to benefit me. No. I'm bulking right now, but I'm going to be focusing on maintenance during the holidays, which means that when I get home, I would rather see that I didn't gain anything than to see that I gained much more, or even just a tiny bit more than I normally want to during my bulk. My third tip is to limit your portion sizes. I know how big my meals are. I usually have 2 meals that are somewhere around 1,000 calories and 2 other meals that are usually somewhere closer to 600. And so I am going to try to replicate that and eat 2 bigger and 2 smaller meals. And I'm going to have limits. 1 plate of food is the max. I can't eat 2 plates of food in a meal, so if something is not fitting on my first plate, I'm just not going to eat it. And if I want to eat some cake, I am only going to have 1 normal sized slice. Not 2, not 1 huge slice, just 1 normal sized slice. The fourth tip is to work out. For the most part, I am still going to work out during the holidays. I'm not saying you have to, but if you don't, you should take off at least 1, but maybe even 2 meals of your regular meals. So normally I'm having 4 meals, and since I'm going to be working out, I'm going to be having 4 meals still. But if I wouldn't want to work out, I would just have 3 meals, for an example. And if your gym is going to be closed, I would still recommend you to do some push-ups and pull-ups to burn some calories and get in some tonnage. The fifth tip is to limit alcohol consumption. I won't drink during Christmas because I don't enjoy it that much. Maybe I will get a beer or something because I love some good craft beer. I actually can't drink here, but I can drink in my home country. So maybe I'm gonna have a beer, but only on like 1 or 2 days maybe, and only 1. But for you, if you like drinking, I would recommend a maximum of 2 drinks a day. I mean, not all year round, but just now for the Christmas, you know. And just so it's clear, 1 drink would be a can of beer or a glass of wine or like a 4 centiliter shot of a spirit or something like that, but not a bottle of wine. Don't get drunk, okay? That's not the point of Christmas anyways. You can just do it on New Year's Eve. And try not to drink at the beginning of a meal, because alcohol makes your body use nutrients maybe not in the most favorable ways possible. And now some extra tips that I'm not gonna be using during the holidays, but they might be useful for you. 1 is intermittent fasting. A lot of people say that it helps with weight loss. I've personally never tried it, but if it helps you maintain your weight during the holidays, do it. And the other is going to be splitting up your plate in a certain fashion. I'm not proud of it, but I actually stole this one from Athlete X, but it doesn't change the fact that it's still good advice. The idea is that you split up your plate like this, and this portion is going to be for the protein source, okay? So meat, or maybe beans or tofu if you're vegan. This portion is for fibrous carbs, so basically salads and vegetables and stuff like that. And the last one is for the starchy carbs, so stuff like rice, potatoes, pasta, stuff like that. I tried this once for like a week during a cut, and it's pretty difficult to get in a ton of calories in 1 meal if you're doing it like this, especially if you're only eating 1 plate. I mean, 1 plate of food. Don't eat the plate. And as a last thought, I would like to say, enjoy your holiday meals. You don't have to stay away from delicious food. Eat Christmas meals, eat cake, eat gingerbread, just use your brain and do all this in moderation. And watch my video where I tell you 6 reasons why you're not gaining muscle so you can make great progress when you come back. And Merry Christmas to you all.